But I have way too many sneakers. This ain't that serious, it ain't that deep, but hey, what up and welcome to another episode of Creased. And if you saw the title, then yes, it is true, and you're probably in the same boat, but I have way too many sneakers. Initially, when I first started doing this channel and I was looking at other like YouTubers and stuff, how they were like constantly like getting rid of shoes or mentioning that they're getting rid of shoes, I was like, man, I am never getting rid of any pair. That was when I had like 40-50 pairs. Now I've lost count. I've run out of room too. Like, I've run out of room. I've legitimately run out of room to put them, unless I start putting them throughout the house as like random displays, but that's just getting a little bit too much. And initially I was getting rid of them on like Facebook Marketplace. That's initially how I met Adam, was on Facebook Marketplace. He picked up a pair that I got and I gave him the RA, right? He seemed like a good dude. I went through a few messages in terms of, you know, who initially hit me up for that pair. I think it was the Jordan 1 KO in the Storm Blue. I doubled up on a raffle, and you know, heaps of resellers hit me up, because at the time, like, anything was reselling, right? Whereas he hit me up and I looked him up and I was like, you know, he's actually seems like he enjoys these sneakers. Fast forward to now, you've obviously seen him in the videos and everything like that. But there was a time, especially early on in the channel, where I was buying mids and lows almost to kind of antagonize resellers, and how they were like, you know, when everything was going down in 2020, you couldn't get access to stores. In Newcastle, you still could. So these people were like, oh, if you know, you know. And I'm like, bro, these are just sitting at my local. This ain't that serious. It ain't that deep. But a lot of them I didn't wear. Initially with like the Jordan 1 lows, this is the only pair I still have because it's a Bulldogs color. But initially with these, I used to wear these skateboarding because I couldn't get SB Dunks, right? So I just kept buying them, and then I was in a car accident in 2020 on top of everything else that was happening in the world. And I haven't skateboarded since. I want to try and get back into it this year, but who knows. But I didn't need as many Jordan 1s as I was buying at the time. And gradually, you know, you wear pairs as well, and you know, you get your wear out of them or whatever. Certain pairs you beat to the ground, like you will see later in this episode. But I was essentially reaching out to people I know in my size and like, yeah, hey, do you want this? If not, I was putting it on Marketplace. StockX at the time had a facility in Australia, and it was very easy to do. You essentially drop them off at a local TNT. They were affiliated with FedEx. They sent them off, they sent you money. Sweet, cool. And a lot of the time, like, because most of the time I just want retail or around, or what I paid for it. Maybe that includes shipping. You go to like what people are bidding, offering, and whatever. Like, most of the time you get paid straight away, because I'm not trying to be greedy. I'm not trying to sell for the high or anything like that. I was just like, you know, I wanted this shoe at one point in time. Now I don't. I haven't worn it. I've kind of got a rule at the moment that if I have it for a certain period of time and haven't worn it, unless it's something super crazy that I might be saving, someone else is going to enjoy it. So there was a video a while back where it was like the big sell volume 1, and then I'd, you know, stack clips for 2 and 3, and then like all of a sudden StockX was gone. But here's a little bit of footage that was from that time, right? Literally put these up like an hour ago on Facebook Marketplace, $100 used. A little bit of creasing, but nothing crazy. They're pretty much brand new. I mean, the stickers are even in there, but just get them out of there. I don't need them. I've almost got rid of all my mids and lows, and let's be honest, I don't need any more. Okay, sold another one on StockX. These here, I got excited. You know, Shadow. They're probably the better quality I've seen on a mid in a while, but I'm getting rid of all my mids and my lows because I don't need them. So another one to StockX, actually. I don't think I made anything on these. I just got rid of them. So I think they sold for $205 on StockX. It would have come down to, with all the fees and that, to basically what I paid for them. I've even got the receipt there. I may have. No, it would have been past the refund, but yeah, let's get them off. Kendrick Lamar joints. I sold them for $200. I want to say I wore them out once on a night out, and just that back really cuts up my ankles, so someone will get some enjoyment out of them. At this point, I'm literally just getting rid of all my mids. Just sold them on StockX. Haven't worn them. Don't think I'll ever wear a pair of mids again. So they're going. So I tried doing some trades and stuff, and it just, I don't know, people didn't want to do it. Tried selling in stores, tried selling online, like Facebook Marketplace. It was just taking forever. Just went on StockX like one weekend and just like saw what people were offering, and I'm like, oh, put it like roughly around there. Try and just get back what I paid for these stuff. And then like, we got cool grey 11s, the Space Jam joints, the white ones with the bunny on it, and sold both straight away, so not a bad effort. Remember them ones? I just never got around to wearing them. They're cool, but yeah, I don't know. So it's first time selling with StockX. We're gonna box them up, print the labels. We're either gonna take them in or organise a pickup. We'll work that out. Alright, we got both packages. Gonna go to StockX, get it all done. Okay, so a little bit stuffed up with the flu, but we got someone coming in for the M1 joints. Bit of a weird one, not a sneaker collector. This is like a mum trying to get something for her kid that just keeps growing. I guess he plays basketball and everything, so yeah. These I wore once for that M1 video. I thought they'd be more like a lime green than a tennis ball yellow, so I don't really need them. So StockX had the facility in, I want to say, Melbourne, and now they're gone. The only facility for legit checking sneakers for like a secondary market now is eBay, and I do have a bunch of stuff on eBay as well. I don't find it as easy to get things sold. I don't think people like check directly to eBay. That's not their first point of contact. For me, like, I love eBay as a buyer, but I definitely still have sold a bunch of shoes. I think I've got to send a pair of shoes tomorrow to Australia Post, but it was for me because it felt like the whole world was going to StockX, and it just made it really easy. They also told you, like, when you put your offer out there, where you know how much you were willing to sell for, how much you were going to get back. With eBay, I think sometimes the transparency could be a little bit better, and maybe that's something I'll reach out to them and explain, right? But one thing with eBay too is you can sell like used pairs. So I've sold a bunch of, like, maybe I've worn them once, twice, that sort of thing. I don't have video footage for everything, but there was some like Dunk Highs that I had from 2012, you know what I mean? Like, sold them, and they'd only been worn a couple times. They're in relatively good nick for that condition. I was able to sell them on eBay. But recently, especially since I've been running out of room, I've been looking at this more serious again. So I was going through different things and, you know, reached out to people. Then I thought, you know what, let's put a couple pairs up for Retail Assist on the Sneakerheads Australia group. Now, one post I did was for the bleach corals. Adam had said he wanted them like 100 times, but I know if he doesn't grab them straight away, he doesn't actually want them. He's just like looking for other things or whatever and have other priorities. So I think I probably gave him about 3-4 months before I was like, bro, I'm getting rid of these, because as much as they're a great neutral colorway, just, I think with Jordan 1s too, like the fact that you gotta lace them, it's a pain in the ass, and that's why, like, the next few pairs I'm looking at getting rid of are probably Jordan 1s. But alright, so shout outs to Andrew. I have not worn these. I've got a rule, if I don't wear them by a certain time, they gotta go. I did lace up one where I was gonna wear them, and then it was entirely, I pain in the ass. I hate lacing shoes, and I just didn't even lace the other one. So that's how close I got to wearing them. I think they're a great colorway. I love the cracking on them. I don't know if you can see that. It's not focusing, but they're going to Andrew. Retail assist. Before we take these to the post office, I might post something else. Let's see. So that is the one laced up. I laced one. Could be bothered lacing. The detailing on these are crazy. Am I getting second thoughts? No, he's already sent the money, so I can't. But yeah, I couldn't find anything else that I want to sort of get rid of right now. It's a retail assist, but there's probably other things, but like they're probably going around retail, so it's not going to be as crazy as say this. I think this might be going for around like 300-400 maybe. I don't know. I just dropped them. Let's box them up. It's to the post office right now. I just realized that I've put my Baltic Blue tans off for Air Max month, right? Or Air Max all month. It's looking like a little damp out there. So just to be safe, I have to put a little bit of that Ether Care impervious spray on there. Got the Gore-Tex 90s, could do them, but every shoe can be waterproof with that Ether Care. So go get the Ether Care. Also just smells nice. My feet smell like sandalwood now. Who doesn't want to smell like sandalwood? Creased T20 at checkout. You're helping yourself, you're helping me. Go do it. Are we getting rid of another pair? We got the I don't know. I didn't know they were called core purples. I've just been calling them the Phoenix joints, but the Phoenix 3s, literally, I tried to sell these at the last kickstand event. You would think that they're DS. There's no crease. There's none. So doing it to the homie, 250. So yeah, like I think I've worn them once. I just don't wear black shoes that often. I'm gonna be honest. Like most of my joints are white. So I'm gonna get these off too right now. Put the box, everything like that. This is how you know. Still got the sticker. There's no mark, no nothing. That's the other toe. I don't know if you can see, maybe a slight creasing, but that type of material just doesn't crease that well. There's no pilling, no nothing. So onto their forever home. Shout outs to Andrew, he copped those. He actually copped my cool grey 3s as well. No, not the cool grey 3s, I've still got them. The Court Purple Phoenix 3s. I had actually worn them once. If you had a look at them, you can't even see any creasing, right? You can see a little bit of dirt on the sole. Sold them for, I want to say like $250, and they go for like $400 or $500 or something, right? So he's happy, I'm happy. Win-win. He actually, so that's 2 pairs he's bought off me now. The second one was like, I think I did try and do a post, and then, you know, it didn't get allowed or whatever, and I didn't want to go through every group and deal with other people. I prefer dealing with like collectors. If I'm going to hook anyone up, it's going to be collectors, fellow collectors. But he actually, I sent him, I was like, hey, I'm getting rid of this stuff too. I know, like, I've already dealt with you, you're the same size as me. And he's like, yo, I'll take them core purples for sure. I'll think about the cool grey 3s. So we got them off, and then I was like, man, it'd be cool to do like a trade. Like, say if I can grab like 5 or 6 pairs and trade to something crazy, right? That just doesn't happen in Australia. The sneaker stores, the resale stores, they're not really down for trades. But I did find this store that does sneakers as well as vintage, and they said buy, sell, trade. went to Irresistible Store. I initially had no idea because they do buy, swap, and sell and trade on vintage and used shoes and everything like that. I was like, there's a bunch of sneakers that I just don't wear anymore that I could get rid of, but like they got so many shoes, and because the sneaker market has gone crazy, they reckon they stopped actually doing that with sneakers about 2 years ago. So yeah, I don't know, bought all this shit down for no reason. They didn't respond to my IG post, but like the lady that was there that owned it, like cool as fuck. We were vibing on some nostalgia shit. I like asked her if it was cool to filmed a bunch in there and everything. So that store is so dope, right? In terms of the vibe, the VHS, the vintage shirts, all the like old school toys and that, it just, I felt right at home. Like me and the person, the owner, I spoke to her, like we're around the same age, so like the nostalgia's very similar. And in terms of like sneakers, they stopped buying or trading shoes, like I think they said like 2 months ago or 2 years ago. I can't remember. There was definitely 2, but the idea was like they got too many shoes. She's got like thousands of shoes. She needs to sell shoes, because I saw they had the Jordan 3 Tinkers in the white, black, red colorway, and I'm like, if I can trade like a couple pairs, I can see they've got certain pairs there. This is the value. Maybe I'd stack it a little bit so the value's there. Maybe throw in some vintage, because I had a bit of vintage, so I've been get rid on Depop as well. And I'm like, if I can put that towards one pair, like that's benefit to me. Like I'm getting rid of pairs, but I'm getting like one dope pair. Not to be, but alas, we will continue to try. I'm going to be at It's More Than Just Sneakers in Melbourne. I don't know if I'm gonna bring a heap of pairs, but I'm gonna try and bring a few pairs. We'll see. We'll see what we can do there. Yeah, look, it continues. I know when you go these type of events, especially the kickstand events, It's More Than Just Sneakers, there is more of a community feel to that, and there's a lot of dudes that, you know, like-minded. So you're not going out crazy. Even like the only pair I ever bought from an event like that was from he's going to be a sponsor at the event, Norm. I bought the Terror Squad Air Force Ones. Now unfortunately they end up being a little bit big for me, but hooked up my man Bearded Sneakerhead with them, and he loves them. Put them straight to feet. If I could get a size 10, I probably would. Maybe even a 9.5. They were really big. But look, I know like my whole thing is anti-resellers, right? For me, I would prefer the collectors get their stuff and whatever. I would prefer like Nike make enough for all this. Now they're making too much and they're ending up in the outlets. So what's the balance, right? But for me, you can't buy every pair. Like I've been selective this year. I really have. I think I've bought like maybe 3 or 4 pairs. I think I'm looking over there. We got the black, grey Air Max 1s. We got the Royal OG Air Max 1s. We got the DN, and we got the Midnight Navy 3s. So maybe 4 pairs. It's crazy for me. We're in the 4th month. I've bought 4 pairs. That's 1 a month. What is happening to me? Gore-Tex 90s, 5. There you go. But you can't keep everything. And certain pairs, like this one. Got these out just to show in the reel. Like one of my oldest Air Maxes. Did a lace swap on them years and years ago. Look at that. They have been worn. They retro this colour. I'm getting a couple pairs. So dope. My first, I want to say like one of my first Air Max 1s. When they re-released them about 10 years ago. Crazy. Thought about doing a soul swap or something like that, but I think I'm just going to chuck these in the Vinnies. There's not that much use left in them, but yeah, that's about it. You're not selling these, throwing them in the bin, you know, someone might get some value out of them, but yeah, I don't even know what that is. What's crazy about these, I actually bought these when I left my last retail job. I'd been there 12 years. I was working within sports retail, more on the sporting end than say sneakers, but I went straight to Foot Locker. I got those Air Max 1. I want to say it was Foot Locker. I'm pretty sure it was Foot Locker I got those Air Max 1s. But yeah, like that would have been...
7 hours later.
Oh, I don't even know. ...2017 maybe? Actually, I don't even think it was when I left. No, I'll tell a lie. It wasn't when I left. It was a Christmas bonus. I got given it as a Christmas bonus. Yeah, I went straight to Foot Locker with them. So I want to say, I should check. I can't check because I threw them out. I took them to the salvos. But that pair, I want to say like 2013, 14, something like that. So really old, beat to death. And if they bring that colorway back, I'm all in. But look, in this crazy world of sneakers, right? We could buy every pair of shoes. We're not going to have money for anything else. We also aren't going to wear them all the time, right? And I've got a couple of pairs. Like that pair was cloudy. I've got another pair of Air Max 90 black camo premium tape or whatever they're called from like maybe even earlier than that. And the cloud's going dusty, right? So eventually they're going to crumble. For me, what I've been doing with certain things is like, especially with Jordans and things that I know will crumble eventually, I get my wear out of them. If I feel like it's getting to a point where it's been like 5-6 years or whatever, and I'm not wearing them all the time, like the wear will keep them from crumbling, it's time to get rid of them. Move them on to someone who's going to appreciate them, right? But that's just me. That's my feeling. I got too many sneakers. You probably do too watching this. It's a crazy world we live in, but you know, it's good to be able to balance that out and, you know, get rid of those to bring these in and, you know, new excitement and everything like that. But every now and again, like I do enjoy getting out a crazy older pair too. You might have seen when I did the reel, like, for all the pairs I wore over Air Max month. There's hype pairs there, there's not hype pairs there, there's like GRs, there's silhouettes that no one's talking about, like this, the Janoski Air Max SB, one of my most comfortable pairs of shoes. The Air Max LTD, one of my favourite silhouettes of all time. I don't know, let me know in the comments what you think. What are you doing? How are you getting rid of shoes? Are you going to the kickstand event? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We'll be back twice a week. Peace. Shout outs to the guys at Irresistible. Was it Irresistible or Irreplaceable? I should get that right. I probably said it in the preamble, but like now, I think it's Irreplaceable. Let me just double check. I am following them. Irreplaceable store. And Bulldogs are winning at the moment, 12-0 over the Titans. First game of the year that we're winning. It is half time. At Belmore, haven't won in a while, so that's dope. I probably should have been at the game, to be fair. But we usually go to the Belmore games, but... Hey, what up? Fuck me, right?